Hello YouTube, it's your boy Adam here. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Golden Shower Varus comp. Props to whoever called that, it's a brilliant name, I love it. This is a really strong comp at the minute, let's take a look at it, let's dive into it, let's go! Before we get into the video, I am still doing the giveaway for 2,920 Riot Points RP, 20 Great British Pounds worth of RP, so if you are interested, press the subscribe button now. Only subscribers are eligible to be entered, so this button right down here, if you press that button, yeah, you'll be entered for free. I'll be picking the winner out in a couple of weeks, so like I say, hit the button now. Let's get into the comp. Okay, so to start off, this is the Golden Shower comp. So what is the Golden Shower? Please do not Google it, you will not like what comes up. The Golden Shower comp is a Varus reroll comp. So Varus is obviously going to be a main carry. You're going to surround him with redeemed units, another ranger, and some tanks. All you're doing is buying Varus time to ramp up his Gwinsus and mow down the team. He's going to be throwing down arrows on Mars no tomorrow, hence the name Golden Shower. If you know, you know. Okay, let's look at the itemization for the comp. Okay, so moving on to the itemization for the comp. What items do we want on our carries? What items do we want on our tanks and everything like that? I am going to start taking a look at my screen over here because this light is really bright in my eyes. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight because I'm going to be seeing this white light and I don't want to give you the wrong information. Okay, so with Varus, what does he need? So Varus best in slot is probably Gwinsus, Runans, and Radiant Hodge. Normal Hodge works fine if you can't get Radiant Hodge. Same with Radiant Runans is also really good on him if you already got a Hodge. I wouldn't go Radiant Gwinsus, it's not that good. Just stick with normal Gwinsus. Yeah, so those are the best core items. If you can get them, get them. If you can't get Hodge, obviously you can go BT. You could go Deathblade. You could go Giant Slayer. There's multiple different things you can go, but those are the best three and the ones you want to be going for when you're trying to play this comp. Tank items, you can put them onto Leona. You can put them onto what's her name? Horse Lady. What, the Horse Lady, I can't remember. Rel. You can put them onto Rel. You can put them onto Aatrox and sell the Aatrox later on for Rel. You can put all AP items onto Syndra. If you don't find if you do find a Vel'Koz 2, you can put AP items onto him. Why not? Him, her, it's an alien, I don't know. So yeah, there's a lot of different variation, but the core items you want to be going for from the carousel is the Varus items. Everything else is extra. If you've already got Varus stacked out when it comes out to your Radiant shop, just go for tank item, AP item, whatever you like really. And then any spare AD items you do get, you can stick them onto your Ranger, so Ash, Vayne, whatever. But yeah, that's the itemization. So let's take a look at the early game. Moving swiftly into the early game. So your early game is going to look something a little like what's on screen now. So you've got your Rangers, you've got your Knights. Obviously, pick up Varus as soon as you can. You can use Vayne, as another Ranger. It works well with Varus. You can go Leona Poppy for your Knights, stick in a redeemed at 5, or you can stick Aatrox in, you can stick Syndra in, whoever you want. If you've got Aatrox 2, obviously put the Aatrox in over the Syndra. But basically all you're doing is you're just building the comp around Varus. So if you need a Ranger, you're sticking a Ranger in. If you need another Knight to be a bit tanky, you're going to stick another Knight in. If you've not got redeemed in, then put redeemed in. It's as simple as that. But let me tell you now, this comp sucks so hard in the early game. It's so bad, it's so painful, and until you 2-star pretty much your whole board, not your whole board, but like mid-game level 6, once you've got 2-star Varus, Leona, Poppy, swap Poppy out for Nautilus once you find him, Aatrox, Syndra, you're going to lose, and you're going to lose hard. It's a good thing because you're going to get carousel priority, but it's also a bad thing because if you're being contested, you are going to go 8th. So make sure you're not contested before you even think about running this comp. Have a quick scout, make sure you see how many people have got Leona 2s, Poppy 2s, Aatrox 2s, any Varuses, any people holding Varus, playing Varus. Varus is a good holder of items for units like Aphelios. So there could be people trying to transition into Aphelios later on, so they could be contesting you, which is no good because obviously they're going to start rolling at 4-1. You're not going to get those Varuses until 4-1. That's way too late. So yeah, just have a look around. But yeah, the early game is not that good in this comp until, like I say, you've hit your 2 stars on your board. and you've got a couple of items on Varus. If you can slam Hodge early, Hodge is good for killing an extra 1 or 2 units, saving you a bit more health. But ideally what you want to be doing is getting to 50 gold as soon as possible. Like I say, it's a slow roll comp, so you want to take your time, don't level, just take your time, get the lose streak going. And then you can just start rolling once you're above 50, hitting those upgrades, and then we can go from there. And we can take a look at the mid game and see where we go from there. Peace. Okay, so moving into the mid game, at this point you should have or should be close to 3-star in your Varus. Other 3-stars you can look for. Syndra 3 is a really good 3-star. When she casts, the stun duration is 4 seconds, which is, when you're in a TFT fight, it feels like an eternity. So if you've got a Cavalier Yasuo running at you, get 3-star Syndra. She literally just yeet him away, and then he's out of the fight for a good while. So yeah, Syndra 3, if you're getting a lot of Syndras, because I don't see a lot of people playing Syndra until the late game, if anyone's playing 4 Invokers or anything like that. Pick up the Syndras, it doesn't hurt. As long as it's not hurting your recon, pick them up. But yeah, you should be close to, if not hitting your 3-stars. This is when your board really starts to get strong. Like I say, if you've 2-starred your board, you should start to be win streaking, because it is a really strong mid-game board. But when you start hitting those 3-stars, it should be even stronger. So yeah, other 3-stars you can look for: Leona 3, Aatrox 3, Nautilus 3. You can do if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, you want to swap out the Ashe for Vayne. Sorry, you want to swap out Vayne for Ashe when you find her. She's much better with the stun, slows down the tempo of the fight a little bit. And then you want to swap out the Nautilus, swap out the Poppy, swap out the Poppy for Nautilus, because you're going to be adding Rel, which also gives you Ironclad, and Rel is redeemed. So yeah, this comp is basically just hitting 6 redeemed. So yeah, I would still, even like in level 6, you're gonna have 4 redeemed in. It doesn't really matter that much, because obviously the when they die, obviously the buff gets split across your whole team. So your Varus is still getting the buff from the 4 redeemed instead of 3 redeemed, and there's not much more you can put in anyway. So if you've got a 2-star Aatrox, even though he's not doing anything, he's giving you 4 redeemed instead of 3, he's still better than having nothing. So yeah, just run 4 redeemed for now in the mid game when you hit level 6, and then we can take a look at the late game, and we can go from there. So as you can tell, this is now the next day. When I was recording the previous clips, it was like 3 AM. I was really tired, I couldn't get my words out properly, so this is the next day. Pay no attention to my dog over here. If she does anything stupid, I'm sorry. So let's take a look at the late game. So this is a look at your late game board. So this is when you've hit 6 redeemed. So you're going to have 6 redeemed in, you're going to have 2 knights, you're going to have 2 ironclad and 2 rangers. So what you want to do is, obviously you want to slow roll at 5 and 6 to hit like Leona 3, Aatrox 3, Varus 3. Once you've hit them, you need to prioritize leveling. You need to get to like 8 as fast as you can, because this is when you really spike. This is when you get 6 redeemed in, it buffs out your whole team. It's a really big spike. So like I say, once you've hit Varus 3, focus on saving up that money, get to 8 as soon as possible. But yeah, this is the board. Let's take a look at the positioning and see why it's positioned this way. Okay, so moving into the positioning, why is the board positioned this way? So obviously you've got your Leona as your tank. She's going to be solo frontline, so all your tank items want to go onto her. If you ever got all your Varus items for Varus, you can pick up a Radiant tank item for Leona. Radiant Stoneplate is really good. I know it works well with her a cast, which takes reduced damage. It gives even more armor and magic resist. You want Varus and Ashe to be together. Obviously Ashe is going in the corner. Put any banshees you get on her just to save your Varus for getting hooked by a fresh, because the fights can take, in the late game, the fights can take a little while, because it can take Varus quite a while to get through the front line to get to the back line. So fresh could be casted multiple times. So yeah, you just need to make sure your Varus is protected at all times. You want Lux on the opposite side to cast towards Varus to give him the shield. Rel also wants to be on the opposite side of Varus, because as you know, Rel's she casts to the furthest away ally. So you always want that to be Varus, so he's getting that extra shield. Syndra is always going to be next to Varus to throw away any assassins, anyone that gets close. Like I say, if you get Syndra free, her stun time is 4 seconds. So it's really good to have her, because she can just throw someone away from the fight for so long. But yeah, that's the main side of the positioning. If you want to position other side, obviously just swap the units around, stick them on the other side, but always try and keep Leona at the front, at the top, tanking, being your solo tank. But yeah, let's take a look at what to do if you are contested. Okay, so obviously when you're contested, you're not hitting your Varus free, you're not hitting your units, there's other people playing it, you're not going to have a good time playing this comp, so you need to look to pivot into something else. So what is it that you can pivot into if you are contested and you're not hitting your upgrades? So the first obvious one is obviously Kale. If you go level 8 or you hit one at level 7, you hit Kale, you still have Varus 2, you're not close to hitting him. I'd say if you've got less than 6 Varuses, free on bench, then I'd probably look to transition if you are bleeding out. Kale obviously she fits right into this comp. You can just drop the extra redeemed. You can play 6 redeemed Kale, or you can drop the extra redeemed and play Knights Kale. It's up to yourself, whatever the lobby is saying. Another good holder of the Varus items is Aphelios and Akshan. If you hit any of these, obviously you can pivot straight into them. You've already got the range rash. You just need to pivot the other units, so you could drop the redeemed and the knights. You could play a revenant front line with volley and fiddle and Ivern. It's entirely up to you, but yeah, those are the good holders of the Varus items. If you've got BIS Varus, which is Runans, Hodge, and Quincy's. So probably Akshan is probably best if you out of the two, Aphelios and Akshan. So if you can pick him up, then go him. But yeah, you can pivot into multiple different things. Whatever you find, if you're not finding anything, just roll down, try your best, and make the best board you can. You're probably not going to be playing for a first unless you hit an Akshan 2 or a Kill 2. But you can always try and play for a 4th. It's LP at the end of the day. But yeah, that's what you need to do if you are contested. So that about wraps up the video. It is a really strong comp at the moment. Here is a look at my my LoL chest, my previous games, and me playing this comp. I was just trying to get a decent enough video so I could use it as gameplay whilst I make this video. But yeah, I've had recent success with this comp, so it's a really good comp. Nobody's playing it at the minute. Obviously, like I say, people can be using this comp as a holder to pivot into other things later on, so you just need to be aware of other people trying to run this, run Varus and taking up your Leonas and other things like that. So just keep an eye out, really. But yeah, like I say, I'm still doing the giveaway for the 2,920 IP. So please do subscribe to be entered. Once you have subscribed, I will be I'll put you into the spreadsheet to be entered. But yeah. Please like the video if you did enjoy. Any comments on the guide, anything you want to see next, please do drop it down below, let me know. But that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.